welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time visiting my channel, kindly subscribe, like, and comment below. For today's video, I'll be teaching you how to multiply and divide integers. In multiplying and dividing integers, you just have to remember these things. So if the signs are the same, then it will give you a positive answer. If the signs are different, then it will give you a negative answer. So that means when you are multiplying two integers, if a positive number is multiplied with a positive number, then it will give you a positive answer. If a negative number is multiplied with a negative number, it will also give you a positive number. For division, if a positive number is divided by a positive number, it will give you a positive answer. If a negative number is divided by a negative number, it will also give you a positive answer. So always remember that if the signs are the same for two integers, the answer is always positive. Now, if the signs are different, then the answer is negative for two integers. Let's say a positive number is multiplied with a negative number, then it will give you a negative answer. If a negative number is multiplied with a positive number, it will also give you a negative answer. For division, if a positive number is divided to a negative number, it will give you a negative quotient. If a negative number is divided by a positive number, it will also give you a negative answer. So you just have to remember two things. If the signs are the same, then it will give you a positive answer. If the signs are different, then it will give you a negative answer. This time, I'll be giving you some examples so that you will understand it better. So let's say 5 times 5, so that's both positive numbers. So 5 times 5, that will give you 25. Another, negative 4 times negative 3. 4 times 3, 12. Since the signs are the same, so it will give you a positive answer. What if it's negative 3 times positive 5? So if you try to notice, the signs are different, so that means it will give you a negative answer. So that means negative 3 times 5 equals negative 15, and 6 times negative 2, still the signs are different, so it will give you a negative answer. So that means it's negative 12. So all you have to remember, if the signs are the same, the answer is positive. If the signs are different, it will give you a negative answer. And this applies when you are multiplying two integers. Now, how about if I'll give you a division example? So let's say 40 divided by 4. So they are both positive, so that means it will also give you a positive answer. That's 10. How about if it's negative 36 divided by negative 6? So the signs are the same, so it will still be positive 6. Another example is negative 24 divided by positive 3. So if you try to notice, the signs are different, so that means it will give you a negative answer. So negative 24 divided by 3 equals negative 8. And then 10 divided by negative 5. The signs are different again, so it will give you a negative answer. So it applies for multiplication and division. All you have to remember is that if the signs are the same, it will give you a positive answer. If the signs are different, it will give you a negative answer. So this applies when you are multiplying and dividing two integers. Now, what if we are multiplying or dividing 3 or more integers? So, this is your hint or clue. You have to think of this one. If you are multiplying and dividing 3 or more integers, you just have to remember these things. You just have to take note of the negative numbers. Okay, so take note of the negative numbers. If the number of the negative numbers is an odd number, then it will give you an answer of a negative number. If the number of negative is an even number, then it will give you a positive answer. Again, you just have to take note of the negative numbers. You will count the number of negative numbers there. If the number of negative numbers there is an odd number, then your answer is negative. If the number of negative numbers there is an even number, then it will give you a positive answer. So let's try this first example. 2 times 5 times 3 times 4. So let's not think about first of the signs there. Let's just multiply them normally. 2 times 5 is 10 times 3 is 30 times 4 is 120. And we will just count the number of negative numbers there. So we have 1, 2, 3. And since 3 is an odd number, then that means your answer is negative. So that means negative 2 times 5 times negative 3 times negative 4 is equal to negative 20. Another example is negative 6 times 2 times 4. So 6 times 2 is 12 times 4 is 48. And we will count the number of negative numbers there. 1, it's still an odd number, so that means that will give you a negative 48 answer. Then let's proceed to division. So we have negative 24 divided by 2 is 12, divided by 3 is 4. Then let's count the number of negative numbers. 1, 2, so that's an even number, so that means that's positive 4. Negative 24 rather, divided by 2 divided by negative 3, it will give you a positive 4 answer. And lastly, another example is negative 30 divided by 3 is 10, divided by 5 is 2, and we will count the number of negative numbers. It's only 1, and that's an odd number, so that means it will give you a quotient of negative 2. So negative 30 divided by 3 divided by 5 will give you a negative answer. So that means the rule when you are multiplying and dividing integers, 3 or more integers, you just have to count the number of negative numbers. So you just have to multiply it first without thinking of the signs yet. And after you multiply everything or divide everything, you just count the number of negative numbers. If the number of negative numbers is an odd number, then it will give you a negative answer. If the number of negative numbers is even number, then it will give you a positive answer. So I hope you learned something from this video, and see you again next time in my next video. Thank you for watching, guys.